So before we start threading the machine, you must always make sure that the machine is switched off, and this is for your own safety. So make sure your machine is switched off. So right now I'm going to teach you how to thread a flatbed machine correctly, okay? So which is this plate on the left side, okay? The one on the right is going to be to wind the bobbin. So don't forget the plate on the left side. We're gonna bring that to the front, and then you're gonna thread it from the back to the front. Then we're gonna come down and we're gonna thread the spool pin. So from the back to the front, give a little turn, and then once again from the back to the front. Now it's going to go through the pre-tension, which is right through here, in between the plates, right there, and through that hole right there, okay? So what you're gonna do next is just push it in there, okay? And then we're gonna go through the tension. So once again, in between the plates, okay? So round, and then you're gonna come up, and then just bring that down with you, and then up again. So from here it's going to go right there. So from the right to the left, and then through here. So now we're gonna go down to the needle area where you just gonna put the thread through there, okay? Let me put the foot down, and then it's gonna go through this little hole right there. And now we're gonna do the last part, which is threading the needle. So for the needle, you need to thread it from the left to the right. So make sure that you cut your thread so it's nice and smooth, and then there you go. And now you know how to thread a flatbed machine. So for the next part of the process, I'm going to show you how to wind a bobbin correctly, okay? So we're gonna come down to the right plate, and we're just gonna thread it from the back to the front. And we're going to go down here now, and we're gonna thread this hole right there, then in between the plates. So make sure it's right in there, okay? So this little thing right here is a bobbin, and that you're going to place it right inside there. So make sure you push it all the way in, okay? And now you're just gonna turn it a few times, and then you're going to flick that, and you're ready to start winding your bobbin. So now the bobbin is ready to start winding, but before you do that, you need to make sure that the pressure foot is up, because if you don't, it can be quite dangerous. The needle can break and you can really hurt yourself. So always make sure that the foot is up. Okay, so now we're ready to start winding the bobbin. So what you want to do is switch on the machine and put your foot down on the pedal. So now your bobbin is ready, and what you need to do is make sure you switch off the machine, okay? Once you do that, get your snips, cut your thread, and we are going to insert it into the bobbin case, okay? So all you need to do is just put it in there. So you give a little pull to make sure that's going anti-clockwise, okay? And that's the way it should be. if you put it clockwise, it will work, but what's going to happen is that the thread is going to keep on breaking, and you don't really want that. So make sure anti-clockwise, then you're gonna make it go inside that really little cut right there, okay? Then it will go around this side, and that's ready. So after this, what you're going to do, we're gonna insert the bobbin case into your machine, okay? So what we need to do is you open this little door over there. As you can see, you have this opening here, which is the only part in the whole bobbin, okay, that has that opening. So this side, the opening needs to be facing up in your machine. So bring that in there and then put inside. And if you listen up, you will hear a click sound, and that's telling you that you have inserted the bobbin case correctly into your machine. And there you go. Now you know how to wind the bobbin correctly, how to place it into your case, bobbin case, and how to insert it into your machine. After you finish threading the machine, you need to check the tension, okay? And the way to do that, it will be if you get a little piece of fabric and then just have a little test, run test in the machine. And what you want to look out for is if you see something like this, that means that your tension is too loose, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to adjust the tension by turning it to the right, just a little tiny bit, about this much, okay? And then you have another little go on a piece of fabric. And if you see that it's still too loose, then just tighten up a little bit more and then have another go. And that's how you adjust your tension if it's too loose. Now, if your tension is too tight, which it will look something like this, okay, as you can see you have gathering in your fabric, then that means that you need to adjust the tension by loosening it up. And the way to do that is you're gonna go to your tension dial and you're gonna turn it anti-clockwise, so just a little tiny bit, and then you're gonna have another go in another piece of fabric, and if it's still too tight, then you do the same, just loosen it up a little bit more, and then just have another go until you get your stitching right. So what you want to really get is this. This is how your stitches should look. As you can see, it's nice and smooth, and it looks really nice. So this is exactly what you want to get. So make sure you always test your tension before you start stitching your garments.